Hey everyone, and welcome to another Deck Heroes video. Today's video is the third edition of the 5-star creature review series. Today's video will be the Faen 5-star creature review. And before I start, I'd like to point out that when I write a creature that is low tier, I don't mean like he's completely useless. I mean, just feel free to use those creatures until you find something better. It's just, in my opinion, the weakest 5-star creatures out of the whole 5-star creature pool. But depending on how far you are in the game, 5-star creature still remain 5-star creature, and they are semi decent, especially for the early and mid game level. So that's what I want to point out first. And as always, at the end of the video, I will post the list again with the complete overview of which creatures I find as a top tier, mid tier, and a low tier. And I will be also excluding the 5-star creature melding in this video review as well, because the majority of us don't have the luxury to do the 5-star creature melding. So let's start off with the Faens. And Faens are overall, in my opinion, not that strong. They're a bit lacking. They can be very strong, but it's really hard to make them strong. So I'll start off with the Moon Garden that you can get her from the seals. She is a low tier creature, like super weak. In my opinion, one of the weakest 5-star creature in the whole game. So not much else to add on her. Next up we have the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a mid-tier creature. Pretty decent with the Pyre 8, Restoration and Rebirth. Decent throughout the game. You just have to be a bit careful when the enemy has spiky bits. So that's the only downside. Next up we have the Mimir's Tree. Now the Mimir's Tree is a top tier Faen creature. Possibly the best 5-star Faen creature behind Hippolyta. The main reason is huge stats, and block 8 and immunity 8 makes him really tanky. So I know he costs 6 turns to come on the battlefield, but it's worth it. It's pretty powerful Faen creature. It's really tanky as well. And next up we have the Ash Beast. The Ash Beast is a mid-tier creature with his mass heal and sweeping blow. Unbound, a pretty nice combination. Not super strong, but it's just solid combination. Unbound allows him to heal 150 HP to all your creatures guaranteed, and he will always attack 3 creatures on the field thanks to Unbound. The best way to keep the Ash Beast alive is obviously if you have a talent with Agile or some extra heal to keep it a bit longer on the battlefield. Next up we have the Hanuman. The Hanuman is a top tier creature for only one reason, and that's the disposal. Disposal is just good throughout the whole game. Disposal is just useless. Useful. Yes, useful everywhere. Nowadays even I use disposal cards at twice level 100 sometimes, depending on the enemy. So it's really good disposal. Next up the Yggdrasil. Yeah. She's a low tier Faen creature, also one of the worst 5-star creatures in the game. She doesn't have really good spells. I mean, the delay 2 makes her. Why couldn't they give her delay 3? Like, and the dodge 6 safeguard is meh. So next up the Faen Firstborn. Faen Firstborn is a mid-tier creature. The only downside is that he's a bit hard to get. You can only get him from the guild map or from the maze. Not maze. From the Lucky Spin sometimes. The Healing Breath is okay-ish, but you're better off with Recycle. So definitely mid-tier, nothing special. Next up the Hippolyta. This is the best Faen creature you can get, with massive good stats, with the S Retreat, Recycle 2, and the Elven Self 9 to make your whole Faen team more tanky. Definitely a top tier creature. The only downside is that you can only get, is it him or her? I don't know. Her. Looks like her, so you can get her in the maze. Next up we have the Blood Elf. The Blood Elf is pretty exclusive towards events only, I think, and maybe booster packs. She's, in my opinion, a mid-tier creature, a bit high class, but not a top tier in my opinion. It's just because she only has a life step 7 and soul snatch 7. The shatter soul is not that deadly, and she's got a lot of counters. Anything from disposal to lockdown to frost armor, and she only attacks one target at a time. And since the soul snatch nerf, that you can only have a maximum attack of 2000, she's not a top tier anymore. She used to be a top tier when there was no limit on the soul snatch, so you could have easily gotten like 5000 attack, but that's not the case anymore. Next off we have the Lucky Sage. She's in my opinion a somewhere between mid and low tier. I would put a mid tier because the Rebirth 9 is nice and the Silver Starfall is alright. It's not like the best, but combined with Rebirth 9, she's alright. Not gonna go too much into her. The majority of us don't have her. Next up is Sea Wizard. The Sea Wizard is also pretty hard to get. She's a mid-tier creature. She has really good abilities on paper, like Tempest 8, Sweeping Blow plus Frostblade 10. I have her, and her downside is 1, Spiky Bits, and 2, she's not very tanky. For some reason she dies really fast on the battlefield, so yeah, that's why she's on the mid tier, unless you can put a frost armor on her, but as I said earlier, I'm gonna exclude the melding options. Next up we have the Blossoms. The Blossoms is also a mid tier creature. Pyre 10 plus Flourish is pretty deadly, especially with the rune, but other than that, she's really vulnerable to Spiky Bits. Spiky Bits can destroy her own deck because Pyre 10 gets reflected by a huge amount back. And the last creature is the Dragon Lord. Pretty hard to get, but the Dragon Lord is a top tier Faen creature, a really powerful creature. I know. I'll try to explain to what newer players, like some new players think like just a blast 10 that heals hero plus frost armor 8 and plus immunity 8, like he doesn't deal much damage nor have a magic spell or something. As you progress later in the game, hero health will start to become more important, and especially with the rune upgrade now, he's like a super tank that he can tank a lot, plus your hero will stay alive for a long time. So it's more like a mid to very late game where he's gonna be really good, but it's definitely a good creature. And the hidden one is the Gaia. I don't have her on my list because I never encountered her in battle, but I think she's a top tier creature. The spells looks really strong. I haven't faced her yet, but don't wanna go too much into her. So that's it for this video. Yeah, so I'll try to edit the video, put the list should be on the text somewhere right now. On the left side, the top tier, the mid tier, and on the right, low tier. So I hope you found this video useful, and I'll be looking forward to make the last Neander one in a few days, hopefully when I have time. As always, if you enjoyed this video, check my channel for some other Deck Heroes videos, and please subscribe and comment if you like my videos, and thanks for watching.